Put 1,000 people in a room. Put $5 million above them. Make the rules simple enough to understand in one sentence. Then ask the question every viewer can answer from the couch: what would you do? That is the strange power of modern competition TV. MrBeast did not invent it. He exposed the final form. For most of television history, a game show was a controlled room. There was a host, a rule, a prize, and a contestant standing under lights. The audience knew the contract immediately. Answer the question, spin the wheel, open the case, survive the round. The drama came from clarity. Everyone understood the machine before the machine started moving. Then reality competition changed the room. Shows like Survivor made the prize important, but the people became the weapon. Alliances, betrayal, voting, isolation, hunger, and social pressure turned the game from a quiz into a human system. The point was no longer just whether you could win a challenge. It was whether you could survive the room after the challenge ended. Squid Game made the shape impossible to miss: uniforms, giant childhood games, a huge prize, and a simple visual promise. Then Squid Game, the challenge, removed the fictional death and kept the part television could actually sell. The image was still powerful because the format was already legible. A huge crowd, a huge room, and one rule that can collapse a life into one decision. Streaming learned that scale is a thumbnail. 100 players is a cast. 456 players is a pattern. $1 million is a prize. $5 million is a headline. These numbers travel before anyone knows a contestant's name. That is why modern competition shows often start with math before they start with character. The MrBeast formula compresses the old television machine. A simple rule. Impossible scale. A visible pile of money. Then a moral button. Stay or leave. Split or steal. Help someone or eliminate them. Prime Video's Beast Games makes the pattern obvious because it brings YouTube challenge grammar onto a streaming stage. The hidden machine is not only the game. It is the edit. Modern competition TV is paced like a retention funnel. A promise, a rule, a decision, a reaction, a cliff, then another promise. The viewer does not need deep lore. The viewer needs one clean reason to wait 20 more seconds. The strongest moments are not always athletic. They are moral. Would you eliminate a friend? Would you take the safe money? Would you lie if the rules allow it? The format works because the viewer is not only watching a contestant. The viewer is secretly testing themselves against the same button. This is the uncomfortable part. The contestant becomes interface. A person becomes a number, a color, a team, a tile, a vote, a reaction shot. When the design is strong enough, the game still works even if the faces become dots moving on a board. That is not an accident. That is the industrial design of attention. Now the next step is obvious. If a drama can become a competition, and a YouTube challenge can become a Prime Video series, then any famous world can become a casting call. Amazon's Fallout Shelter announcement points in that direction: take a recognizable world, put real people inside its rules, and let the audience watch the fiction become a social experiment. That is the real reveal. TV did not simply become YouTube. It became thumbnail logic with a television budget. One giant promise. One impossible rule. One human choice. One frame that tells the viewer why they should not leave yet. The old game show asked, "Can you win?" The new one asks, "What would you sacrifice to keep playing?" So when the next giant competition appears, watch the room before you watch the contestants. Watch the number above them, the rule beneath them, and the edit around them. Are we watching people play a game, or watching the game play people?